Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome back for the very first time. I am your host, Succubus Sakura. But you, my friends, can call me back. Welcome to the very first episode of News with Nerds. Um, Today we're going to be talking about some Pokemon stuff in the light of Pokemon Day. There will be controversy, there will be excitement, there will be even major crash outs potentially. But first and foremost, let's get in with my other co hosts. Here we go. Hello, everybody. We are live on air. We have my co hosts. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourselves?
Yo, I am D10, and I am on the search for David Jaffe. Just saying.
You're
I don't know if I'm actually in the right place. I heard he was in space recently. Is that a thing?
I think you're
I
getting
don't know.
close. I think the jungles are pretty close to space.
I'm
Okay.
going south by southwest.
You follow
South
the
by
North Star.
Southwest. Okay. I'll keep that in mind. I'll be back, guys.
Wait. Did you say that he was lost? Like the
Uh,
Emmy Award winning ABC drama Lost? No, I'm kidding.
okay. So, are we just gonna rip off team like
No. I
entirely?
just thought that joke was so funny. Why don't you know what? We have another person here with us. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
No.
All right. Well, this is my beautiful, lovely, wonderful girlfriend, Nikki.
No. Oh, I was wrong. I thought her name was No. I'm confused.
Hmm.
It can be a little bit confusing sometimes.
Who told you this? Who gave you this sensitive information?
Oh no. We're gonna get
Huh?
swatted.
We're gonna
I don't
get
have
swatted.
I don't have to worry about that because I'm in the jungle.
That's true. No one's gonna find you in the jungle.
You
I
underestimate the power of the U.S. government.
that's fair. I thought for sure you were gonna say the dark side, but it's basically the same thing.
Yeah.
Fair point. So, we were gonna be talking about Pokemon today. Was it Pokemon Day recently? Is that why there was so much Pokemon related content, or is there just big news on the Pokemon front? What is the
So
the
it was
spiel?
it was Pokemon it was Pokemon Day recently. I believe it was Wednesday. It was the 27th, whatever day that was. And
Oh, did you mute? Did you get muted? Are you muted? Oh
no,
no,
I'm
that
not
was my
muted.
fault. Okay, you're good.
No.
You're good. That was
I
my
was like,
fault.
oh no,
I don't know. I don't
no.
know how I did it. I was just trying to turn your levels down, and it like turned you all the way to 0. But go on.
Okay. But anyway, so Pokemon Day is was the 27th. It's the first day that Pokemon was released in Japan. Super cool, super neat. But it was green and I don't need to see your face that close. No, I'm kidding. Anyway,
I just moved
so
it
sorry,
up so I
sis.
could sit up. Jeez,
Sorry, sis.
I just wanted to sit up.
Well,
What do you
anyway,
mean? Everyone wants to freaking see my face. I'm over here with my like little Pikachu cheeks on, looking all freaking cute.
I love seeing your face.
See?
I would love. I'm gonna love when we have viewers and they tell me what I want to know. Anyway, so another story, the
Is
docket,
this
I guess the
is that
docket.
better?
Oh yeah, thank you. Anyway, so the docket is
I
it's just like
I hate you.
so the docket. So they released a lot of new ideas and like content for Pokemon Day in their like little forget what it's called, but it's their little short. I don't know what it's called. Anyway,
Was it like a
um,
Nintendo Direct kind of thing, or like it's like
yeah, it's kind
specifically
of like
Pokemon?
that. It's specifically Pokemon, but it's like a direct. I forget what it's called. I just am having a complete defart about that. Pokemon
Oh,
Presents. That's what it's called. I
Pokemon.
had to look at my notes.
Oh,
Um,
okay, okay.
so secret here. I use notes anyway.
Oh,
So uh, but one of the things that I want to talk about today specifically because I really don't like this game and everyone can hate me, love me, probably hate me over this, but I'm not a big fan of Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet. Yes, I have beaten them. Yes, I have played them extensively. I do not like them. They're just kind of meh.
did they have
But
DLCs on these ones? Because I'm just gonna say it.
yes,
I think when they started adding DLCs to Pokemon, it was kind of dumb.
yeah.
I absolutely hated Sword and Shield.
So Sword and Shield, the only part I actually liked about that game was the DLC. Which is
Really?
pretty bad. Yeah, the DLC was actually really good, but the rest of the game was sort of short and sort of shitty.
And it was easy.
It
It
was
was
too easy.
way too easy. Everything
And
about
you could level everything to 100 in that open area, like in the beginning. So it was just like, why am I even playing this? Anyway,
what do you think, Nikki?
Hmm. I never actually played any of the DLC. I played up to. Why does D just look high?
I'm in the
He's
tropical
high.
sands of somewhere. I'm
Yeah,
high on
he's
life.
lounging on the beach right now.
Yeah, I'm looking for David Jaffe, I swear.
Yeah,
Lounging. I thought. Get back to your mission,
Oh, right. Okay,
yeah,
well,
silly.
where
Oh,
he's David Jaffe's long lost brother. That's what it is.
yeah, like my father was black and David Jaffe's father was white. That's how it works,
No,
right?
wait, you're Nega Jaffe. That's
I
actually what
am
it is.
mega Jaffe. I'm
Yeah,
mega
that's
Jaffe.
why you're black
So,
and he's white.
yep,
That
mega Jaffe.
that felt really racist. I apologize.
I
come
apologize to
on,
you.
cat. You can't talk like this.
What are you gonna do about it? Who's gonna stop me? We're not gonna even have viewers.
Hmm.
I can talk
Yeah, dude.
however I want. I'm out here just getting that content. I can't even say that seriously. Um, no, I've got. You know what? You know what? I've got a hell of a lot of hot takes on Pokemon. I have pretty much freaking hated it since. Um, what was the last one that we played? Sun and Moon.
Yeah, Sun and Moon. You've hated it since like Sun and Moon because you didn't like that they just were like, oh yeah, so instead of doing DLC, we're just gonna release the same game with like 8 different changes.
Yeah, I mean, and
Uh,
why we even
that
release the first version then? What? What?
is that not like what they've done for pretty much every generation?
No, because
No, they didn't
like
call it a different color.
yeah, it wasn't a different color. It was literally just like this is the first generation that they decided that they were going to like add DLC without adding DLC. And that's like the thing that was just really confusing to me. I played both games. I enjoyed them both. But like so for me, I liked Sun and Moon and Ultra Violet and Ultra Moon. I did like those games. I liked Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon more because, they're complete, but
I just felt ripped
I
off. Why would
digress.
they even fucking release the first games then? Like I have to go buy another $60 game. It's the same game just with more in it. That's so fucking
Yeah.
stupid. That is like literally so dumb. That's why I was I thought that it was the dumbest freaking thing. And I had made it so far. And also I already didn't like the whole like, oh, go do a gym challenge and then get a gym battle and you freaking get the appreciation of the Mahakahuna Lakaliki or whatever. I don't fucking know what they're called.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
But Like okay, it's a tried and true formula in Pokemon. Even ROM hacks have it, where you go and you get all the badges, and then you go and you fight the Elite Four while going on a journey with some team that impedes you. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
but it's a good formula, and then maybe you can go back to another region. It's a great formula. Why are they messing with it? Because they want to be like, are
They want to
you know
be
what?
the very best, like
Is it?
no one ever was.
I think it's just that all these kids nowadays don't have the attention span to actually go and grind out like an actual like JRPG, and they went away from those roots and they just went and made it easy. It's like
It feels like that.
it does. I feel
But like,
personally offended.
yeah. I feel like the games are just like the more they add, the more they take away, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I the only thing that I like was my biggest dream for them to do on a Pokemon game was just let us go to like all the regions and get all
Yeah.
the badges, and then have like
And
more megas that people wanted.
yeah. And I'm very unhappy with Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet. We should go back to that because of the raid battles. The raid battles, as much they end up being more frustrating than fun.
I
That's like
didn't
the
like raid
biggest
battles.
issue with I absolutely hated the Mewtwo battle, and it just got worse after that. Like it doesn't add anything to the game except just more grind work, and I don't understand like why? Because I'm like, okay, I beat the game, got the Elite Four, whatever, that, and then they s- they even send you on this like weird, like the final battle isn't even the Elite Four. It's the Legendary, which I was like, okay, that's weird. Spoiler alert. And like, it just like really was weird to me that like the final battle is like your dad or whoever it was, and I was like, or the the weird guy with the dog's dad. Anyway, the professor.
I can I make a bad reference? I can't do the
Yes.
voice, so I'm gonna have to ask Nikki to do the voice. 'Cause
Mhm.
Oh
you
gosh.
know who else is the final boss?
My mom.
That's amazing.
I
Yeah,
can't
pretty
touch my
much.
face because I have makeup on. I want to smear it,
Uh,
but that's so funny. No, okay, you
oh
know what?
man.
I don't think that it's all bad, but there are certainly some criticisms.
Mm,
Like I miss just the normal formula, going to multiple regions. If we could just have gone to
mm,
more regions, had more rival battles, slowed
mm,
progression even a little bit more, made it feel a little bit more pivotal, um,
mm.
and then um, and then maybe added in. I liked searching for like the food ingredients and making sandwiches. I actually thought that
Yeah,
was
that was
really
kind
fun.
of cool.
It was kind
I
of
thought that
cute,
was cool
right?
too.
Um,
And the effects were cool too. So it wasn't just like making sandwiches, it was actually like it actually had decent uses, which was cool.
Yeah, and it increased like likeliness of certain Pokemon appearing in certain areas and stuff. Like
Hmm.
it was really cool. I think that that was a fantastic inclusion into the series. I
Mm.
also really liked the giant Pokemon battles because they felt like actual boss fights, and
Yeah.
that was super cool.
Mm.
Like one Pokemon that's gonna mess up my whole party, that does not happen. And I mean, it won't. It doesn't happen every time. You can go in there and one shot it if you're competent, but
Mm.
it felt nice. Um, I do kind of like the nature candies, but I also kind of don't. I miss old school breeding. I don't like the
Yeah.
new style of breeding. I think that it's
I
complete
don't like
garbage. I don't want
the
to learn
picture
it.
style breeding.
I don't want to learn it. I have no
Mm.
interest in doing it that way. I already had the old way down like 100%. Like
Mhm.
how to get hidden abilities, how to get certain natures, how to get egg moves, and now they're like, "Oh yeah, hey, well now that you're all good and used to that, and how to get IVs, and now that you're all good at that, we're gonna go ahead and just like make it not exist anymore." And
Yeah.
but then
The
but then
candies
allow
the
freaking Pokegenning.
Yeah. Well, like the other thing is like you could do that like Pokegening. Well, the one thing that Scarlet and Violet successfully did that they wouldn't that like no other generation has done is they effectively made Pokegening for competitive completely useless because you can already because there's stuff in the game to do everything Pokegen does. So there's no point in Pokegening for tournaments because you can do it anyway.
Yeah, see, I just feel like they made it. They made it too easy. Also, here's the other thing.
Mm.
I freaking hate that you can level I think it's your IVs and your EVs with the currencies. You just need that
Mhm.
like one currency and you can literally just go grind it really
It's
easy.
it's yeah, it's bottle caps, and it literally does it like just paying a bottle cap. You immediately get your IVs to max.
Yeah, that's freaking stupid. You
Yeah,
know what I
for the
miss?
breeding entirely.
I miss either the original method, which was going and finding Pokemon and looking at your list and having to keep tally, or having something that keeps tally in game, because it felt like an achievement. Or B, this could be an unpopular opinion, but was it X and Y that had the little soccer game you had to play to raise your
Yes,
EVs? I thought
yes,
that
that was
was
a fun game.
fun. I loved that little soccer game, and it got harder and harder. And those also felt like boss fights. I'm sorry, but
Yeah,
like those balloon soccer game, dude, that was Arceus before Arceus. That's my hot take
yeah,
on
it
that.
was. It really was, and it was great. I loved the X and Y because of that EV training like method. Granted, after a while, I didn't use it, but like for EV training specifically, but I did play it because it was just fun. It
Yeah,
was just entertaining.
I think honestly, I think that's why I would have to say that's my favorite generation
I
and
love
for that
X and
reason.
Y.
That
I
was
love X
just
and
such
Y.
a good generation.
Yeah. X and Y is my favorite generation, and with Arceus or not Arceus, sorry, Legends going to back to Kalos. I'm pretty excited about that. But I
I
guess I
think
can lead into that too.
Yeah, I think the new Legends game is gonna be fun because I actually I haven't finished Arceus,
Mm-hmm.
so I can get L's for that if you want to give it to me.
You'll have to
Um,
play it on my Switch because it's really really good.
I think I was right outside of the final battle. Like had just gone and talked to what is it, Azelf and Mesprit and them, and then gone to the cave,
Hmm.
and I was
Yeah,
right outside that cave, and then I just was like, stop playing.
yeah, that's what happened before I beat it too. I just stopped and I was like, oh yeah.
Half of your head is disappearing into the jungle. Are you okay?
You know what? I'm pretty sure that most of my jungle, like, I don't know. I don't know, guys. Oh God. Oh no.
He's
What's
Uh-huh.
going
happening?
into the ocean. He's
Oh,
going into the ocean.
I'm
He's getting him.
drowning.
He's
I'm drowning. Oh,
Oh
Well,
man.
we lost the co-host.
Damn.
I'm back. It's so
Let's go
good.
ahead and kick him back to members waiting. No, I'm
What? Ah! I'm
kidding.
back.
We'll send a
Ah!
rescue
Okay.
team. We'll if we ever make money, we'll send drones to go and look for him.
Yeah.
So, Nikki, what are your thoughts on Scarlet Violet, and what is your favorite generation of Pokemon? That's riveting.
Your stunned silence is very reassuring.
You know why I think she can't talk? First off, I know her microphone actually does kind of shit out. But
Mm.
here's the real reason. It's because I'm over here looking so hot, like a freaking total snack. And
Okay, can you please
I
put me
make
in members
people
waiting?
you're just jealous because I make people speechless.
Uh,
I am a stunning beauty. This is the stunning part. She's stunned right now.
okay.
Yeah.
Nikki, where are my
Oh.
pants?
There she is. Okay.
What?
Did you hear our question?
Uh, I had to step away for a moment. What was it?
Okay, what are your general thoughts and takeaways from Scarlet and Violet? Did you like it? Were there features that you really enjoyed? And what is your favorite generation of
Oh, okay. Generation as in the games
Pokemon? Yeah,
or the Pokemon or
the game. Like
Mm.
favorite game generation.
Like ours is X and Y.
Yeah, our favorite generation.
yes. Um, I'd have to go with 5, I think, with 4 being a pretty close second.
Which
So
one's 5?
like, yeah, is that black and white?
Yes.
Okay, that's what
Oh,
I thought.
yeah, that's my second. That's my
Yeah,
second
that's
for
my
sure.
second as
I
well.
really like Black.
I really like In. In is a really interesting character.
Oh yeah. I wish they had like done more with him in black and white too.
Yeah.
I
He just like
know.
comes back and it's like, whoa, it's N. And he's like, peace.
Yeah, basically,
He's
he's just
like,
like, oh well, I'm done.
"Deuces."
It's like I'm here. It's like he needs someone needs to make In but with a Squidward face and just have him show up and like splash the Squidward face and then fly
No,
away.
handsome Squidward.
Yes, handsome Squidward. Yes,
Handsome
that one.
Squidward for sure.
Yes, handsome Squidward In.
That actually sounds so cringe, not gonna lie.
It really does. Just like
That would be great. Okay, what did you think of, you know what? Let's generalize it, because I'm gonna just say that Scarlet and Violet was essentially just slightly better Sword and Shield. What did you think of
yeah.
those 2 generations, and have you played them?
I played 9. I did not see any interest in playing 8. Although I am severely disappointed by BDSP, you know?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
Brilliant Diamond and Brilliant Pearl.
yeah, you were saying that. What I didn't play that. I didn't play those. I didn't even play the original generation of those. So, I played one, or I played like Diamond, I think, at one point.
Didn't you play Platinum? Wasn't that what you played?
Oh, yeah. I did play. I never beat it, but I played a little bit of Platinum. But I
Mm,
never played the remake.
Diamond
So
and Pearl. Mm.
what was the issue with the remake?
Everything.
Everything.
It
Yeah, they were
was,
pretty bad.
they essentially like outsourced it to an outside company who just ported over, like literally poured over the code from Diamond and Pearl. And you know this because there are so many of the same glitches that are retained
Hmm.
uh, that has no right to be on a modern engine, but it really isn't. And then they just slapped on a pretty garbage art style and pretty much called it a day.
So it
Yeah.
wasn't even like an updated version of the game.
No.
It was
No.
just the same game, but with like different graphics, like not even better graphics, just different.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like you look at Oras and all of the things it added, and
Or even like Fire Red and Leaf Green.
yeah, or Heart Gold and Soul Silver, which is
Yeah.
like that is the thing that makes me contest whether Gen 5 or Gen 4 is better.
Fair.
Oh,
Because Heart Gold and Soul Silver are, I think,
Like
the best of the
masterpieces.
remakes by far.
Yeah. They
I
are masterpieces.
oh, really?
do not like the original Gen 2 games, but I love Heart Gold, Soul Silver.
Mm.
I really liked Gen 2. I would say it's in terms of difficulty, that I thought that was one of the hardest ones.
That was the one I enjoyed like the most, but that was also because like, it was hard and like there was we had, like I spent hours trying to figure out how to like push rocks around in the correct order. Like it was and the
They
what was the
did.
place? What's the place with Lugia? What's the place with Lugia?
Whirlpool Island, yep.
Yes, I hated that place, but I loved doing it because it took me forever.
They were on a different puzzle game, I think, back then. Like the navigation puzzles and the boulder moving puzzles and the whirlpool shit, like all that was it was complicated. It was like going into a freaking Zelda dungeon from what I've seen.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's like a Zelda dungeon. It's very much like Link to the Past, like the same idea.
Okay.
Hmm.
That's kind of crazy. That was weird. Did you see that visual glitch I just had?
Yes,
I
it's a
think it might be
ghost.
I think it might be the aliens.
Oh no.
No, it's probably David Jaffe. He took over the aliens and is
He
procreating with
took
them.
over, and he's having them program the next Twisted Metal game.
Yep, he's having them program the next Twisted Metal game, and he also married one. Probably,
Yeah, probably.
probably. I wouldn't put it past him.
That's funny. Um, so what else what else is in the news here for Pokemon?
So the so on the note of X and Y, since we were talking about that just a minute ago, ZA is
Yes.
is coming out, and I'm very excited about that. But the thing that I thought was interesting is that you don't actually leave the city from what we can tell at all. The only
Really?
thing, like all, yeah, all the Pokemon, so the Pokemon that you fight or that you catch, I guess I should say, are in what are called what like they're calling what are they calling them? They're like wild zones. So these wild zones are like in the city, and you go around and catch Pokemon there. So I'm really interested and kind of worried, if I'm going to be real honest, about that particular part because I don't really know how Wild Zone would work, and it just sounds weird to me.
I don't know if they're gonna have to make that city pretty big if they're gonna do something like that.
The city is incredibly large. I mean, like Lumino City was large anyway in X and Y
That's
for a
true.
X
A-
for
And
like
if
a
you
3DS
were
game.
like human scale, like IRL
Mhm.
there, it'd probably be massive.
Yeah. So and like they like the pictures and stuff like that that released, it looks massive.
Are they
Like
gonna make it so
huge.
you can go into a lot of the buildings and stuff? So like they're gonna
We
have
don't
to,
know.
right? And do we know when it takes place?
So it has to be so we know that AZ and his Floetta are like run this hotel that is the one you stay at. Other than so we know it's before he left, but we don't know when that is. Like in terms of his timeline. So it's before he left and the events of X and Y, but it's still like yeah, so it's before the events of X and Y. That's all we know.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
So yeah, and it's very interesting because like the I guess they're gonna have to like retcon a little bit because in the X and Y they were like, oh yeah, we just discovered Mega Evolution, but there's Mega Evolution in this game too, so I guess retcon? I don't know. But doesn't really bother me. I love Mega Evolution.
No, I think that okay, so don't get me wrong. Um I actually really like the terrestrialize as well. I think that
Mhm,
that's really cool. I think that that adds an extremely unique mechanic to the game. Um,
mhm.
and I'm kind of meh on Gigantamax. I don't I don't know. If there was just something
Yeah,
you fought and it was like boss level and it made stuff hard, like how the what are they
like the
called?
like
What are
the
they
like
called in
the
Scarlet
raid
Violet?
battles, the raid
No,
battles in
no,
Scarlet
not the
Violet.
raid battle, not the raid battles.
Oh, the terrestrialized Pokemon,
The no, yeah. What are the boss ones? The ones that you have to go and beat
the
the 8 ones to
dens,
get the what?
the Pokemon, the terrestrialized dens. I think that's what you're talking about
No, I'm
because they're
talking about the
raid
ones that are
battles.
part of the story. You have to do 3 different stories
In what game? Oh, those
in
things.
Scarlet and
The
Violet.
like. Oh yeah. I know
I
what you're
have no
talking
idea.
about. I don't remember what they're
And they're
called
either
at
like
all.
the ancient Pokemon or the future Pokemon, but they're giant versions of them.
Yeah, I don't
Oh
remember
yeah,
what the.
I don't remember. I
It's
don't
the whole
remember.
because isn't you get like one of the um super ingredients every time you beat one because they're like usually
Yeah,
guarding them or whatever.
yeah,
Those
Yeah.
yeah. The
those
like
if they did them
the
like that and they were just something that you fought that felt like a boss fight, I think I'd be
mm,
okay with it. But letting us use them, it just kind of felt cheesy.
yeah, yeah.
I do like
But
that some Pokemon got like unique graphic, like unique designs,
mhm.
but I don't know. It just it felt cheesy. It felt like you know what it felt like? It felt like if you could just like had an inflation fetish and a Z move fetish. Like cuz
Yeah,
pretty much all that happens is your Pokemon turns into a giant balloon and all their moves become Z moves.
Yeah, that's basically what it is, and it felt lazy in terms of like a design, and it just I don't know, I didn't like it.
It did.
Are you talking about Dynamax or what?
I'm talking about Gigantamax or Dynamax, yeah,
Yeah, the
Dynamaxing.
Dynamax. I
The
thought I
Gigantamax
don't.
was nice. I liked that one. Like some of the Gigantamax Pokemon were actually pretty cool, like Grimmsnarl. But like, um, but then like when you can like Dynamax just like a Clefairy, why?
Well, that's what I'm
A what?
saying. Like
A
a
Cleffa, sorry,
Cleffa
Cleffa.
or like
Yeah,
anything. I don't know. It's just there are some Pokemon that shouldn't get it. Like if not every
yeah.
Pokemon gets a Mega Evolution where they look super freaking awesome, cool, then not every Pokemon should be able to freaking Dynamax. Like
Like the
that's
worst
just
one I
dumb.
think I've ever seen was the Noibat. Like I love Noivern, but like Noibat, like fighting a gigant or a Dynamax Noibat just made me sad.
No, seriously, I honestly think that Z moves were more creative than
Mhm.
freaking that garbage.
Oh
Like it
yeah.
was garbage.
Yeah,
And at least Z moves also felt unique. It was
yeah,
like pulling out a Shinku Hadoken. You know what I mean?
yeah. Not only that, but it also gave Splash like a use, which was kind of cool.
I know. It did. You're like, hey, you could take the risk of maybe being able to get this off, or you just waste a move slot. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's still pretty cool.
Mhm.
I dug it.
Um, but on the other thing is like with ZA is that they have like their opening Pokemon, their starter Pokemon, Chikorita, Tepig, and Totodile. So I'm actually very excited, and I'm hoping that Totodile will get a Feraligatr that meets, Gen standards, because he sucked
I
back in
would
the
love
day.
a better for alligator. I really like for
Yeah.
alligator. I know he has some niche uses, right?
Mhm.
Like now with his hidden ability and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. But like back in the day, he was just terrible. Like if you took him to the Elite Four, you were gonna get swamped. Well, he was gonna die at least. But yeah,
I know,
it
and
just
I
made
feel
me
like
sad.
he had by far the coolest design
Yes, compared
of the
to
starter.
Cyndaquil and
Chikorita?
Chikorita?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chikorita.
So
Yeah,
Meganium or
like
Typhlosion.
yeah. I had a Typhlosion, but I didn't I way preferred for Alligator.
I just feel like Typhlosion was riding on the coattails of Charizard, and everyone was like,
Yeah.
"Oh my god, pick the fire starter! Look at how edgy I am." And it's
Yeah,
like,
it
okay,
it
well, you
did
could
feel
just
Riding
pick.
on the coattails, it was essentially like Charizard, uh,
Charizard without
Typhlosion.
flying.
The
Yeah.
entire no, the entire line
Mm.
has the exact same stats as the Charmander line.
Does it
They
really?
literally
That I
copied.
didn't
Yeah,
know. That's crazy. That's horrible.
I want to look that up.
Yeah, that's horrible. Like it's just like, oh yeah, I'm
Should I
just
look that up?
exactly like just look it
sure.
up and
Okay, I'm
just
gonna
like
look
put
that
it
up.
on the screen because it's pretty
I
funny.
will.
Yeah, like because I don't know. I'm not very happy that to pigs in it just because I don't like Embor in general. But who knows? He might actually be interesting in this. I don't know.
I think
Um,
some people have a heart. Yeah, just gonna make everything sound sexual. I think some people have a total hard on for freaking Ambor.
yeah, that's fair. But I don't know. I don't like him because I don't like the fact that like his best move was Heat Smash or something like that. Heat whatever. The one
Heat
where he
Crash,
jumps.
yeah.
Yeah, Heat Crash. I just was like, oh man, this is such a stupid looking move. It wasn't
Oh my
even that it
god.
was a bad move. It was just stupid looking.
Okay, yeah, check this out.
Mhm.
All right, can you see the screen? There's a freaking stupid little ad here.
Yes, I can.
I wish I could close it. But whatever. Okay, so look at these stats.
Mhm. That's disgusting.
It's literally the exact same. That is freaking crazy, and it's
Yeah,
all three forms.
that's
You said?
nuts.
Yep.
That's crazy. Like, why does Quilava need to be fast? Or like, I don't understand that.
That's so weird. Isn't
Yeah.
I thought that I thought that Typhlosion learned more physical moves for some reason.
It
Is
might, but it
But its stats
I
are the
thought
same.
like its whole thing was freaking flame wheel.
no.
No, it's like
Flame Wheel's kind of
and
Or does
awful.
it get eruption?
yeah, it's
Eruption is
eruption.
like Scarf Eruption is its big thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was gonna say like that's like it's it's the scarf eruption that like does everything, but it's like Torkoal but less useful.
They both have like
Yeah.
massively conditional like hidden abilities, huh?
Yeah,
Well, the problem is that
If you can
Torkoal
predict, I feel like Typhlosion would be really good.
is, as you might expect from it being a tortoise, extremely slow.
yes, that's true. I just like it
Yeah.
because it has the sunny day thing. I forget what it's
Well,
called.
who else?
Drought, yeah.
Who
Drought, yeah.
else does eruption spams that you see a lot?
Um,
Isn't there a legendary that they spam eruption on?
I
So
mean, you could do it on like Heatran, or maybe if you really wanted to for some reason, Groudon.
yeah. I was gonna say Groudon, but I don't know why you do it on Groudon specifically.
Because you don't even get a stab on that, right?
No, you don't get a stab on that because he's not a fire; he's a ground. So
Okay.
yeah. So that would just be really weird, and like, why would you do that?
So then Typhlosion's probably the best starter from that generation because he's literally just Charizard.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I mean, like, because Meganium, I don't know. Meganium, like, was like
Meganium's just not good,
I feel like
honestly.
just
Meganium gets
not good.
stomped by Venusaur any day.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
problem
Well,
is also that Meganium was not only just sort of meh, competitively, it was awful in its like in its actual generation.
yeah,
And it's mono grass, right? Like
Yeah, all the way
yeah,
through.
they all stay
yeah,
mono, huh?
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, they do actually. I had to think about it,
Is
but yeah,
Blastoise the only mono type from Gen 1?
Yeah.
yes.
Uh,
That is
only
actually
monotype
kind of weird.
final form, yeah.
That is actually kind of weird.
Because like Venusaur's poison grass, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's kind of
That's nuts.
is that the only generation where they all stay mono? I feel like they started mixing them, and then we got 2 generations of firefighting. Because didn't we get Ambor and then Blaziken, or
Yes,
in
Uh,
whatever order that was?
reverse. I think.
yeah, but no, Gen 2's the only one where they're all monotype.
That is so crazy. I wouldn't
And
have even thought about that until we were just talking about it, and it kind of makes like low key makes major sense why you don't see them like used all that often in like
yeah,
anything.
yeah, and also um, like the firefighting line, like just in general, is getting a little old for starters because we have Blaziken, we have Infernape, we have Embor, we have
Nope,
well, we
that's it.
thought, yep, that's it, like the 3 lines. But I was gonna say uh Incineroar, but I'm like, no, wait, he just looks like a fighting, but he's dark.
I I low key hate Incineroar
Mhm.
So, for what reason? For
because he
competitive
learned a
reasons?
lot of good special attacks as like his first 2 forms, and then his third
Torque,
form
Torque.
throws all of his special attacks out the window and goes physical.
Mm.
I hate Incineroar because I think it's been the top VGC Pokemon for like I think 5 years or something.
Really,
Wow.
Yep.
a resident
Yeah,
Pokemon expert, ladies and gentlemen.
right.
hmm
Yeah.
But yeah, like why has it been that high? I don't even is it because of Dark Lariat or something else?
No, not at all. It's well, if you want like a detailed explanation, you could watch I'd say Wolfie's video on it.
Mm.
Do we want to watch
But
that?
basically, it's a
Do you have a
20-minute
clip?
video.
Is there a small synopsis?
No, that's why I'm saying watch the video because
Uh,
it's if you want a detailed explanation. But essentially, it has
Shout out
it's
to whoever Nikki's talking about. Free shout out. So you're not gonna get any views because we don't have any viewers.
uh huh.
Go on.
Anyway, but essentially, Incineroar has is very bulky, and it got in Gen like 7. It wasn't all that good. Then I think it was in Gen 8 that it got Intimidate, and then they like kept giving it more stuff. Like it has uh Intimidate. It has Parting Shot. It is Dark type, so it's immune to Prankster moves.
Yeah,
So it is like the ultimate.
that's actually crazy. I didn't even think about that. I forgot that it got parting shot.
That's actually crazy. Wasn't that Pangoro's like signature move forever?
Unplug
I
my
think
headphones.
so.
But yeah, it's like the ultimate support.
That's actually crazy. I thought I
And
just
what's
said this
so
to D
funny
while you were on plug. But wasn't
is
parting
it's
shot like
best.
go ahead.
It's best like in restricted formats, where they have the most powerful legendaries and all that, just because it's like, well, you have your super strong, Zacian or whatever, and then you have just an Incineroar to back it up because it has Fake Out and Parting Shot and Intimidate and all this stuff.
That's actually kind of messed up.
That's actually kind of broken.
Yeah.
Wow. I still hate him. I also think he looks dumb.
I
I
think he
hate
looks
him
dumb.
because of that. What do you mean? Sheesh.
I hated
I hated him
I have
first.
yeah, I'm older. I have seniority. I
uh,
I'm so I hate to say it, but I'm pulling rank here. I hate him first. I'm on the top higher tier. I don't know what I'm trying to say.
I don't know either.
You have a
But the
solid
last thing,
concrete reason. I'm just an asshole. Go ahead. Sorry.
so to kind of cap this off and also talk about the last, but like it kind of go into the competitive side. Pokemon Champions, which is essentially Pokemon Showdown, but like a little bit less because because obviously it's using Pokemon that the Pokemon company can control, as opposed to being able to make your own Pokemon, which I don't think it's gonna allow, but I actually don't know. They literally just like did this whole like video of it, and it just said this is not actual gameplay. Like the whole video, it just said this is not actual gameplay. This is not actual gameplay. Like the whole time, but the concept is cool.
Do we have
So
you have the link for that? I actually want to look at that. You could pull that up.
yeah, I think I do. Let me see. Uh, we are we are having a we're on a live segment. But let's see
It
here.
actually looks kind of cool. Let me They
Yeah,
have it on the official Pokemon site.
yeah, I'm sending
Um
it to you right
which is
now.
actually kind of cool. Look at this. So, I'm not going to play the trailer or anything because I we're not we're not messing with Nintendo. But
Don't mess with Nintendo.
look at the graphics. So is this going to be like a like you can kind of make your own mon and then just do like battle simulations? Like is there going to be a
We
story with
don't
it?
know. There's no story as far as we know. It's supposed to just be competitive. Like it's supposed to replace. It's supposed to be the new VGC. So basically, the idea is that you can play with any Pokemon that you have access to in any game and just fight each other. So it's showdown. It's showdown, but it's their official version.
So it's just Showdown with better graphics.
It's showdown with better graphics, yes, and like
I'm actually so
visuals,
cool with that.
like yeah. So like that's all it is, and it's like what we've been talking about forever, but they just didn't do it for a while, and
Yeah.
then now that they've done it, we're like, oh, okay, cool. but it really just seems like Showdown. And, like, they're saying that you can, like, take Pokemon from Pokemon Home and put them on there. So, it's possible that, like, you can't, like, gen Pokemon technically, but, like, you can, like, use Pokemon that you've had throughout your time playing.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know what that means exactly. It might mean that you can edit their stats on that game, so on Pokemon Champions.
Yeah.
It might mean that you can edit them on the game that they came from, whatever it may be. But they have said that it is compatible with Pokemon Home, and that's pretty big because like Pokemon Home is compatible with Go, um, the old games, um, and then like all the new games. So like there's just a plethora of Pokemon you can get a hold of.
That's pretty awesome. That actually looks
Yeah,
like it could be big. Yeah, I mean, if
yeah.
Pokemon is doing some stuff that is actually fun, which it sounds like they are,
Mhm.
I might get a Switch, but
I would get a Switch too. That's what I'm gonna wait for, honestly.
I
I
don't know.
already have a Switch anyway,
Okay,
but
so
yeah.
you know what I have actually heard? Can we talk about the Switch real quick for a little bit? I
Yeah, we
have
can.
heard some really cool things
Mm,
about the Switch. We actually do have some of them in the docket that you've posted. But
mhm.
did you see the dual screen like DS mode kind of thing
I
that
did.
they're
I've
talking
been,
about? That looks
yeah.
so cool. Let me
I
pull that
have
up
yeah.
because
I've been
I
trying to
actually
follow
think that
that,
that's
like
so cool.
yeah. I've been trying to follow that, like, particular, realm of thought for, like, a while, and it looks like it's actually a thing, but because they released, like, patents for it.
Yeah.
Um, so hopefully it'll be what we think it is, and it's not just like, "Oh, look, you get a TV," or something stupid like that. But, and it's like a DS screen. But, it like, the actual patent isn't like, I don't know, specific enough to tell us what that is.
Okay.
But it just is a peripheral of some sort that, like, um that is there, I guess. And like nothing's been confirmed by Nintendo, so we only have like the patent to like know that something is coming, but we just don't know what it is.
Okay, okay.
Mhm. And then the Switch 2, of course, like they've been like ever since they like did their reveal, they haven't said anything. Even like even the Pokemon Presents, like, didn't even mention the Switch 2 once. It never talks about it. It never says any games are coming to it. It does nothing of the sort. It says nothing about it. It's like they just pretended it didn't exist. So it's so under wraps that even the Pokemon company isn't allowed to say anything about it.
Really? That's
So
crazy.
that's kind of
That
crazy. Yeah.
actually, because I was hearing
Mm.
rumors that they weren't really super improving anything on it. Like it was still not going to be like a great high quality screen. I don't know anything about the battery life estimations for it, but like it was just
So
going to be like more like a side grade. And I think Nintendo is hard pressed with making a tablet like entertainment system that's supposed to last longer than I don't know actual tablets developed.
So the
Yeah.
thing is like they didn't actually release any specs. So like we know
Yeah,
nothing about this tablet. So the people who say they have leaks, the leak that the spec leak that they got or that has come out was
yeah,
actually debunked. It was found out that it was like a joke, I guess. It was either a joke or someone just decided to be mean. But that leak that they put out there was not actually the specs. So it was actually debunked as being a spec thing and that they just lied. So now we're back to square one where we have no idea what any of it does.
So do we have any news for like when we're supposed to be seeing that, or is just under development,
April
or
2nd is the only day, is going to be the day, is Nintendo Direct for the Switch 2. That's all we know.
that's all we know? Okay,
That's
that's
all we
also
know.
my birthday, so we will find out more Nintendo news on April 2nd.
Yes.
Um,
Um, People are expecting them to, like, there's a lot of, like, theories, but like I said, there's no official news. But the biggest theory is that the console will come out in June, and Arceus will come out in July.
Okay,
Or not Arceus, sorry, Legend ZA
Legend.
will come out July.
So
But we don't.
we're probably not
Yeah,
seeing a Switch 2 release maybe until like late this year, early next year. You think, or
no,
what
it's
are
coming out this year.
Oh, really? Like
It's coming up. They have that's the
we just
only
don't
thing they've
know
said.
when.
We don't know when. They don't have a
So
late or anything.
stay
They just say
tuned.
2025. Yeah,
Stay tuned,
and
and
then the
we'll
big
know in
thing.
like a month.
Yeah. And the big thing is like people are saying, well, the analysts are saying that it should come out in June or whatever, and other people are saying, oh, it could be December, and I'm like, it wouldn't be uncommon for Nintendo to just release it the day it comes out, so scalpers have no way to grab it.
There is going
Like
to
the
be a
day
massive
of the
scalping this like issue, isn't
well,
there? Have we heard
so that's
anything about price point?
yes. So in terms of price point for the Switch 2, analysts are saying, granted, granted, Nintendo themselves hasn't said anything, of course, but the price point is expected to be around somewhere around $400 because of
Oh, that's
upgrades
a
and
drop in the
stuff like
bucket. I
that.
could
So
buy
it's
that.
it's like nothing. It's like
Yeah,
nothing.
if that's what they do, then
So
like I could afford that. That's not going to be that big of a deal.
yeah, that's why I'm like,
Do you
I'll
think it
just
would
go
be
get
worth
that
jumping
anyway.
in on the Generation 1 versions because they're usually the ones that are the most easily moddable for a lot of
Yes,
companies? I think
yes, I
that's usually
do.
what you want to do, right?
Yeah.
And I don't condone modding your licensed products. That's not what I'm saying.
Mhm,
It is a concern that exists
mhm.
in Minecraft.
Yeah. But the thing is, in Minecraft, that's funny.
I just
But
wanted to say it.
but the thing is like when it comes to like first generation consoles, that's when you wanted like pick it up for modifications. But even if you're not modifying it, it's still a good thing to pick up anyway because it's gonna have the longest warranty time, basically.
Yeah.
So like the way companies
So get the
see the way
warranty, and
companies
if you get any damage, send it in. I've heard that Nintendo's warranty system is great because I had a
yeah.
friend um, who used to send his DSs in for repairs yearly and he had like the amount of presses for the shoulder buttons until they started dying, and then he'd send it in to Nintendo and they'd fix it and they'd send it back and then send it in again. And he would do it yearly because every year that would extend the warranty because he had just got
Mm.
a repair. So he was
Yeah.
like really smart. I wouldn't say he was like running the system because they're like legitimate repairs. Like he played the crap out of
Mm,
his DSs.
mm.
But I feel like it was a very smart way to game, and it was very like budget conscious.
Yeah, and it's also with things like with things like the Switch and the Switch 2 with moving parts that come off, it makes a lot of sense to do that anyway. And on top of that, Nintendo still has basically the same program. It's not quite as lenient, but it's like, oh, your shoulder button bump like came off in like a year. Well, we'll replace that. That type of thing. Because ultimately the console is cheap. Like, or at least the Switch. I don't know about the Switch 2, but the Switch is fairly cheap. Like the parts are cheap. That's just the truth.
I
And
know
they're meant
with
to
my
break.
Happy Butt, I'll definitely be getting a warranty. I
Mhm.
I cannot be trusted to not break controllers, and it's
Yeah.
essentially the size of a controller. So I
Yeah.
don't I will
It's
be getting a
also
warranty.
bigger, so it's about the size of like the Legion.
Do you think they're gonna have
So,
cute carrying cases?
oh, I imagine they will. I imagine like the minute Pikachu is or AZ comes out, there's gonna be a Pikachu something for it, you know.
Do you think it'll have like okay, I don't know. I'm gonna just talk about mods, right? So they're gonna do tons of like different attachment stuff. You think they'll do like faceplate modifications? Like you like change the faceplate to be like you remember how they did on the micro? Like you could change the
Yeah.
faceplate to like a different color. Like maybe it wouldn't
Mhm.
be so sophisticated as like a faceplate, but maybe you could do like a different decal on the outside or like
I
interchangeable like
hope they do
snapping
that
interfaces
with
or
with
something.
like a snap-on
Or
cover for the
like a hard
controllers.
shell case, maybe? It would
Yeah.
let you
Like
do
a
that?
snap-on or like a snap-on for the controllers because they do it still connects to the TV. So it still has that sleeve that it goes into. It's not as big,
I hope that the sleeve's
apparently.
better because I always worried about that thing
Mm.
scratching my screen up. And if you
Yeah,
had like a
it's
good case on it and a good screen protector, I feel like it was literally like putting a piece of toast into a toaster that's too small for it to fit.
Yeah. And I think from what I've read that the new Switch like case is or not case, sorry, the new Switch like adapter is thinner, so or is like lower, so it's more like a clip than it is like an actual like toaster, if
So
that
instead of
makes
it being a
sense.
sleeve, it's like a stand.
Yeah, it's just like a stand.
Okay.
So it's like a stand instead of a sleeve. Exactly.
Okay. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I actually dig that. What do you think, Nikki?
Um, I don't know really. I kind of spaced out for a second. What?
Well, on the bright side,
You're,
I still haven't found David Jaffe.
you know what? You know what? If we're gonna, we're having this big conversation. I zoned out.
See,
That
I
means
don't
we're
know.
boring. You can watch us when you go to sleep. We can we can go to sleep watching it. You know, okay, so you know one thing that I noticed, right? So I know you're
Mm,
out on this big safari, this big like epic endeavor to find the
mm,
light version of you since you're naked Jaffe. And
mm,
it's really bright out there. It looks like it's really hot. Like I can see the moisture in your skin, but I can't
mm.
help but wonder if you're not on Earth. And the reason I ask that is because there is a red sun reflecting off of your head. Are you on the beaches of Mars?
Uh, or
You
no, I
can't
think he's
know
from
that.
there.
Are
Nope,
like
nope,
are
nope,
you?
no. You can't know. I can't know. Oh no.
Oh no! Oh no! He got taken. The Martians came for him. Oh no! Hello, D. Are you there?
Okay, I can't turn on my mic right now, or I can't turn on my video right now. It alerts the Martians, but what I can tell you is Earth is not safe. Earth is not safe. Uh David Jaffe has taken over the Martian homeland, and they're per his orders, they're apparently going to execute everyone and everything. And I don't know what's going on. I'm so lost. I'm gonna lose cell phone signal in a moment here. Um, I I I
Oh,
It sounds like D's in some real trouble.
yeah.
Um, we might have to go and start a big fuss about this. Maybe we'll find out what happened on the next episode.
No, no.
I'm gonna go ahead and let you go. Okay.
Okay.
All right. We'll see you on the next episode, Nikki. All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. It seems like D had some crazy technical difficulties. It sounds like Earth is in for it. We are in for some big alien problems. And it sounds like Jaffe might be at the head of it. That's our content for tonight. We hope you enjoyed and have a great night, everyone. And remember, you just watched News with Nerds.